Hello, Team Zapier. Jenny Schumacher here, and excited to walk you through a demo of some nifty little zaps I built. So, when thinking about what might help improve my life as a customer success manager, one thing that came to mind was making sure that my clients are happy and not having a bunch of problems. So, I definitely want to be in the loop when they're getting tickets, and especially if they're getting tickets escalated. So, in order to get that information reliably and without overburdening the customer service department, I built an automation for escalation notifications. So, this starts off in our ticketing system, Zoho Desk. And the trigger is when the status of a ticket has been changed to escalated. Now, the next thing I want to do is filter out everyone else's accounts. I want to make sure that I'm only getting these notifications about tickets related to one of my clients. All of them are important. I just need to prioritize. So, the way to get that is I'm going to have to do a search in Zoho. From the ticket itself, you can't find who the CSM is, but if we just search for a contact with the email address from the ticket, then we're going to get the output. We'll have the customer success manager there. So for the next step, we can do with the filter and we can say make sure that the CSM related to the ticket exactly matches Jenny Schumacher, and then send me a notification on Slack. I want it to be a direct message just to me, and I want it to alert me that there is an escalation for this account name, subject of the ticket, description of the ticket, the exact person who reached out from the company, and a link to the ticket if I need to look into any information further. So from here, I'll have an idea of what's going on. And maybe it's something that it looks like customer support is handling very well and I don't really need to do much about. Or maybe it's something where I know that this customer is really persnickety and I really want to jump in and proactively reach out to them and say, hey, I know you've been having problems with this. I want to let you know we're on it. So hopefully that could help me stay ahead of the game in that regard. All right, so the next thing I was thinking about was kind of at the starting end of the process, which is when a deal closes and an account becomes a Jenny account. So I also thought that this kind of notification might be helpful for everyone on the CSM team and not just for myself, because basically what I want to do is I just want to know whenever a deal with Zapier is moved into the negotiation stage. And it's not anything that it needs to be an emergency about. It's just something that I kind of want to be aware of so that I know that I can research some of these companies, that one of them might be coming to me, and just in general get an overview of which kinds of companies we're seeing get to that stage. And I think my colleagues would find that helpful as well. So and the trigger is when the deal stage is updated in Monday.com, and we're filtering on two things here. So as I mentioned, we want to get only notifications for things that are at the negotiation stage. So that needs to exactly match that. And then our pool of accounts is in general over 50,000 of the deal value. So we only want to see this alert for deals that are valued over 50,000, and then wanted to get a nice, pretty formatted as currency step there, just so that the ultimate message out to the team is as beautiful as possible. So we have a private channel just called Deals and Negotiations, and it announces when a deal is moved to negotiations, and it just has the key details: company name, deal value, and the expected close date. And we can chat about it there. Hopefully it would help all of us work better as a team and kind of be more aware of what's going on at every stage in our customer success journey. And then the final Zap I wanted to talk about was related to high tasks usage auto email. So I've found that customers who have reaching like a 70% of their task usage, that those are opportunities to maybe optimize or upsell. So I want to be aware when that happens, because I have a couple of form email templates that I have for a couple different situations related to that. So basically, I'm getting a report once a month of the percentage of task usage for each of my clients. And when one comes in and it's on the high usage side, which for me is defined as greater than 69 and less than 89, so 70 to 90% ish, I want to reach out to them because I feel like this is an opportunity for us to talk. So I'm going to send an outbound email. This is going to go to the primary contact associated with the account from my nice report there, checking in about task usage. I see that your usage from last month was X. So glad to hear, so glad to see you guys are enjoying Zapier, looks like. And then just wanted to check in to make sure everything is optimized, and to think down the line of maybe in the future we might think about increasing the task limits if, say, this had been growth time. And then there's the red zone, which is 90% or greater. And here I'm also not just looking at an upsell opportunity, but also looking to make sure that we don't have this client get frustrated if they feel like they suddenly have reached their maximum usage out of nowhere. So this one's a little bit more urgent, a little tighter language, but I just wanted to make sure that I reach out and take that opportunity to let them know that they are using that many tasks, maybe talk about optimizing, or even better, maybe talk about expanding and finding more and more ways to use Zapier, since so many tasks have been running successfully, and then just upping the task limit. So yeah, this is one way that I've been able to automate that little opportunity for upsell and preventative care as well when it comes to potential frustrations. All right, well, that is it for my demo. Thank you so much for your time and attention and consideration, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.